Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your weekly tarot reading for the week ahead for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So I hope you're well, and as always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome, Cancer. Let's see what we have for you for the week ahead. Starting off with... let's see what crystal is being suggested for you, Cancer, for the week. It's coming through for Cancer, crystal-wise. Crystal for Cancer. All right, Cancer. And we have the Oakenite crystal in regards to past life patterns and concerns all your chakras. Now, you don't have to have the Oakenite crystal. It's one that I've been searching for, if anyone knows where you can get a legitimate Oakenite crystal. But the message is what's important with this crystal card. This could be removing old patterns or beliefs that might be holding you back currently. It could be holding on to grudges, something from this lifetime or possibly from past lives. There's new ways to act and look at things. So remaining positive, it's going to help you to be able to move through any kind of a challenging situation. So this is like freeing you from, like a breaking a cycle, you might say. So it helps clear obstacles in your path, but it also helps you to clear all of your chakras, which you can go and have that done through Reiki healing as well. So it's just about getting rid of what no longer serves you is the strongest message that I'm picking up with this crystal card. All right, Cancer. Let's see what your oracle message is for the week. What's coming through for Cancer, please? And we have begin now, take your first step. Well, that's certainly in regards to any cycles or patterns that you want to eliminate. This kind of has the phrase, there's no time like the present, even if you don't feel ready. This is indicating a new cycle is beginning. You're wiping the slate clean and you're going to move on. This is not in regards to New Year's resolution. This is in regards to one particular thing that you're focusing on that's most important to you and that you want to change because you're at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new one. So you're kind of like setting your sails for a new horizon. So sometimes you have to separate from family, friends to, venture into new places. And sometimes going beyond what's familiar, maybe stepping outside your comfort zone. So very transitional energy here. It's telling you, there's no time like the present to maybe get off the treadmill, the cycle. The recurring patterns can be in regards to your health and well-being, a stressful job. So it's about taking some action this week. What's at the top of your list there, Cancer? Let's see what the career and life deck has to say. What's coming through for Cancer for the week? We have adventure. You make exciting work moves that could take you outdoors or on a trip. You will need to climb steadily to reach your financial goals. That certainly could tie into like stepping outside your comfort zone, beginning now, taking that first step in regards to what you want to change in your life. Maybe getting out of a stressful job and going into something that's a bit easier or an entirely different field. So what else for Cancer? And we had a card flip out. Ooh, we have unexpected visitors, number 41. Well, certainly this is expect the unexpected. That's the message with this card. It could be something that you might plan out very, very clearly and carefully. there's unforeseen circumstances or situations that can arise. So can be a surprise turn of events. And it could be fate and destiny just meet. So this is going to be different for each and every Cancer individual. You know, life's full of surprises. So this is about staying on your toes and enjoying this new adventure. This more feels like a pleasant surprise, but something that is very unexpected. So you might have a specific opportunity this week that you could take advantage of. So let's see what else is playing out. And let's see what the tarot has to say for Cancer. Messages and guidance for Cancer, please. What's coming through? What does Cancer need to hear for the week? All right, Cancer, what do we got? Tarot message. And the first card, there you go. Standing at the crossroads this week. Got the world in your hands. You could make a work move. You could be taking a trip. It's, you know, whatever it is that that you've been thinking about, Cancer. You're kind of just standing there. What do you want to do next? We have the Four of Swords. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Major Arcana card, Death. We have the Two of Swords. Again, two. The either or. This or that. Ooh, and we have the Tower. A very drastic change. And for the, you know, energy surrounding you for the week, you know, it's kind of like out in the background, is the Hermit. That this is something that you have spent a lot of time thinking about. The Hermit, that's the star of hope in the lantern. So you want to move towards maybe a better situation, better job, you know, certainly something maybe more exciting, you know, a new path forward. And of course, it can be something that is completely unexpected. So with the Two of Wands here, you're standing at the crossroads where you're trying to decide between this or that. You know, maybe possibly looking at the pros and cons. If some of you are contemplating maybe changing jobs, getting out of a, you know, a very demanding, high-stress job, wanting something simpler. And that might mean that you have to take a little bit of cut in the money, but it'll be worth it for your health and well-being. So that's kind of what I'm picking up with the Okanite crystal is about you're really going to pinpoint what is at the top of your list that you really want to change, that you want to do something about. So that's what you're thinking about here with the Two of Wands. Now, you might have to sleep on it. I'm picking that up for some Cancer individuals. There might be, you know, an opportunity, you know, however this is going to resonate with you, the unexpected visitors. It doesn't really have to be a visitor, but it's very unexpected energy. So, you know, it can be, you know, taking advantage of something that comes your way that you maybe always wanted to do. But I do feel you're going to sleep on it. Got a lot of support here. You know, and it's something that would be a very stable foundation. So it could be going into a job that would see you through it would last through AI quickly on the heels of taking people's jobs away. So trying to find something that you know will be there for you in a couple years. Now, I do see there's a little bit of competition in order to possibly get into this field. This can also be in regards to a conflict within yourself, trying to figure out how to reach your financial goals. It's a bit of a challenge, this 5 energy here. But there's a lot of options. You're standing here with the 2 of Wands. That is at the crossroads of either going this way or that. So going to be making a decision. We can see that coming up here. Something is run its course. Something, this could be that you're finding out that your company is either downsizing, people are getting laid off. So something's coming to a close or completion, maybe run its course. Can be a project you're simply just finishing or finishing up the end of a trip, the end of a project. It's going to be different for each and every Cancer individual, but the death card showing up isn't necessarily like the death of someone around you. We don't have any cards of that sort that would indicate that, but it is about something coming to a close. And I do feel getting the Okanite crystal in regards to like a past cycle, repeating a cycle over and over again. So I do feel that, how this reading resonates with you. You're leaving something behind that no longer serves a purpose for you. You're getting out of maybe a stressful relationship or a stressful job, or possibly even where you're living. It can all be part of that. The 2 of Swords here is not seeing a clear-cut way forward. We have the 2 of Wands and the 2 of Swords here. Here it's having a couple options. The 2 of Swords is kind of like procrastinating because possibly you're not seeing how things will turn out after a certain amount of time. That's why I'm picking up, create your list of pros and cons with whatever it is you're trying to figure out here, whatever decision or choice that you have to make. It can be in regards to relationships or where you're living or who you associate with, what classes you might want to take, whatever the case may be. Sleep on it. And you do have people around you that you can ask for advice. But I do feel that the new moon in Capricorn that we recently had on the 18th, presents like new beginnings, and you need to just decide which way you want to go. And that's what you're doing here at the beginning of the reading. It is making drastic change. The Tower is coming in. That is simply significant change coming in. So, maybe the end of a cycle, the end of like I said, a job that you just didn't like at all, and making that decision that you're going to move forward with something new. So this can be drastic change. The Tower kind of gets a bad rap, always being something negative, but there can be something that, like getting laid off and you didn't see it coming, it's forcing you. It's forcing the decision where, this is ending. You have to move on from here, and, breaking the cycles. So the Hermit is about seeing, the hope of a new adventure, maybe a new home, a new relationship, whatever the case may be. So 2 major arcana cards for this week indicates significant change can be taking place, and something that is quite unexpected. All right, Cancer, that's the messages for the week. Thank you so much for joining me and sending you love and abundance. Make it a great week.